Assistant, you give out the call when you start moving.
Yeah.
Right, contact to the right. Engage.
Grenadiers, station right.
Rifles, open up. Right, keep on firing. Deliberate fire, shoot a little bit. Struggle, up. We'll start peeling, up. Struggle. Right, run to the along the line. Keep firing. Do not look behind you. You have targets in front of you. Shoot.
Take that bird out.
Struggle, say set.
Reloading.
Struggles, set. Hansi, move up and move along the line. When you get there, say set.
Set.
Right, Bojan, do the same. Move up along the line. Peel. Bojan, stand up. Bojan. Right, he doesn't want to do it. Kiesel, stand up. Move along the line.
Reloading.
Set.
Right, Stitch, move up. Stitch, move up.
What, bringing the grenadiers with me?
No, just move. We're peeling as a whole squad.
The other guy was in set.
What?
The other guy was in set.
I didn't move when we call him. Right,
Set.
Tango. Peel. Call out, set. Tango,
Set.
call it out.
Set.
Right, ceasefire. Ceasefire. Right, that was good. Obviously, we have to make sure you hear TeamSpeak. I don't want to scream when I record. I will scream at my viewers, and that's not good. But obviously, screaming is not very healthy. You have to lower your sound in game so you can hear the action and hear the people, and you won't lose a lot from lowering the sounds. Just make sure that you can hear everyone. I cannot always hear everyone, but you know, you know what happens when Chris goes around. He scream out loud in the direct comms, and you always notice when he's screaming. But I don't want us to do that when we're in the TeamSpeak. We should be able to talk normally without screaming, and everyone should hear it. So make sure you lower your effect sounds, radio and the other stuff. It's not really, or music. It's not really important since we won't use it. But effects needs to be lowered so you can hear everyone when we open fire, and especially when there's explosions and shit going on. I don't want to scream too much because it sounds very bad.
So can we all do this now, like, so we have the same set?
You want to peel again? What?
No, the audio. Can we kind of all set it to the same thing? So
Yeah.
the same audio?
Everyone have different headsets. My effects is on 1%. Literally, I don't see the bar, and I still hear shitloads of action, and I hear you guys perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you have 16 plus decibels, you still will have shitloads of sounds going on in the game. Basically, if it's too loud, it's going to be very noisy. And you can do it as your own preferable like position, but I need you to listen or hear me at all times. Even though we have machine gun fire going down towards us, you still need to hear me. So you can check that out if you talk with people and you just fire. So, right, who can always hear me when they fire? Move to the left side of the road. Who could hear me when we talked when we shot a shitload? Move to the left side of the road.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Right. Right, okay. Well, the rest of you guys that's still here, lower your sound a little bit. You're just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna start talking. The other guys on the left side are gonna shoot towards the south. And you guys who don't hear me talking should lower your effect sound until you hear me, okay? Okay, yeah. Bojan and who else didn't hear me, correct? Just make sure you hear me when I talk like this. I will not scream. I'm gonna talk like this. Just make sure you can hear me. If you don't hear me, lower your sound. Open fire now, or to the south. To the south. Tango, stop.
What?
How about?
Right, I'm gonna talk a little bit, and so last night I was very fucking tired. I made a map for the official mission. Took me 12 hours, and I did it the whole night, and it was very fun. And I call it 29th Mechanized Assault. Right, hold fire. Cease fire. Does everyone hear me now? Have you changed your effect sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Right, so it's very important because last peel when we did that, Bojan didn't hear me, so it didn't move, and that fucks up the whole structure. If we are in a good structure, or we're already set up in our grenadier team and rifle team, if one guy misses it, we're gonna have a difference in the formations, and that might be a problem when you move out later because you have to cross each other's line of fire, or vice versa. So it's very good to hear when I say we're going to peel. Obviously this is not going to be used in operations now. We need to practice this. This needs to be perfect for it to work, and we have to check dispersion. But you're doing a real good job for a first time. It's very good. You should be very proud of yourselves. So right, you Tango. For fuck's sake, Tango. Right, Stitch, move up to the front. Don't move in front of him, he's shooting everywhere.
Lower your weapon.
I just minimised the game. I hit the Windows key.
Jesus Christ. Okay, when you tab out, it's a rule now, and if you're in the rifle squads, you will not misfire unless you're me. Like, no, but make sure when you tab out, especially if you misclick, that's fine. But if you tab out, always press escape to get your main menu up. That means that's what I do in armor, because I play around with Hellfires and 30mm cannons on an Apache. If I misfire, I'll be fucked. So make sure you press escape when you tab out. If you wanna, I don't know why you tab out. Who doesn't love this game and want to see it all the time? Right, so we're moving down the road again in a column. You're in a column already, so just, right, on your mark, Stitch, you say when you want to walk.
Rifle squad moving out.
Good dispersion. That's very good dispersion. It can be, now we're kind of in a column, and obviously we can't have too long stretches. Now we're in urban, so I don't want us to be too spread out. But obviously, try to keep at least 5 meters and max 10. You don't want to be too far away. But this is good dispersion. Right, we're going to practice a little bit. And we've got contacts left in the compound to the left. Rifles, open fire. Grenadiers, open fire. To the left. It's a compound, engage. On your bellies. You don't have to see it now. Just on your belly. Right, Grenadiers. Use the right flank, close in and throw grenades into that compound.
Rifle grenadiers on me.
Pick up the fire. Rapid fire rifles. Every round. Shoot.
Who's that? Trego. You're gonna be on me.
Right, that house have WMD, so shoot it. Right. When you close in, Grenadiers, you have to call it out that you're closing in.
Ready for grenade frag?
Closing in.
Shift fire left of the building.
Right, throw him. Fragging out. Forward.
Frag out.
House.
Frag up.
On your bellies?
We're moving in. We're moving in.
Right, open fire as you wish in that compound. Along the whole compound. Basically what we want to do is move to hard cover. First of all, we enter this compound right here. And what I expect is that the rifles first are the ones that move to hard cover. That is because in a corner like this, a rifleman can't do shit. If an SMG picks up the fire from the corner, it gives us way more rate of fire, and it does give more suppression. And I'd expect you not to shoot at the stone wall, considering that's the rifle's position. So if we take fire here, I want you rifles to move up to the stone wall. I'd expect you to run as soon as you can. Just run, and then you sit down, you engage, and our goal is to reach that white house to the left and that wall. Right, so let's walk just bounding. It's basically almost like bounding. So, right, I want the SMG guy up this little tree to open up a little bit. Just look now. Bojan, do not run. Ceasefire. Basically now, if you run forward, you're gonna run directly into this line of fire, and that's death right there. I'd expect someone to stay at the corner instead. So Tango, can you move up to the corner, or someone move to the corner? Right, and just peek out. Do not fire over the wall or directly towards the wall. Fire to the right of it, and not to the left of it. So we don't want to cross your line of fire. So rifles, when you are ready, I'll call out that you are going to run, and you just run to that wall and keep to the left side of Tengu. Do not walk to the right. So just fill up the wall from left to right. And as soon as that's done, you open fire towards the southwest, just along the compound here. Anything that you want, just find the target and shoot it. And then I want the Grenadiers to peel and run over the whole fucking compound. Savvy?
Right.
Right, so right, Tengu, open up. Rifles get ready to move out. Rifles deploy on the stone wall. Go, move it. Take cover. Open fire. Grenadiers, move out. Cross the compound.
Grenadiers, move out.
Right, on the corner. Open up, two of you. Right. Rifles, deploy to that house. Just run to the house to the left. Regroup with the Grenadiers. Open up the fire on that corner. Right, that's good. Ceasefire. Right, so to take the most advantage of corners, you want to have as much firepower, because you will be at least one or maximum two guys standing at a corner. What you did here was hopefully just pure out of instinct. Was very good. You did a high-low position, which has been taught before. So basically, a little bug was that Prig will stand on the edge of this building, giving him more head. He'll be higher. He'll be taller. So when he sits down, he'll call high-low. He'll just sit here and shoot. And the guy behind him walks up behind him and puts his cock in his back and says high-low. That means that guy sitting will not stand up, because he'll get a 9mm to his back of the head. He'll get shot. So when in a high-low position, you will not move from that position unless you just strafe to the left or right. You do not stand up in any scenario. Don't stand up unless the guy in the back says I'm moving out, or not in high-low anymore. And if we had an MG, that would be the position as well. Proning and crouching. Proning would be the MG, and the other would be the other guy, of course. So yeah, proning is good as well. What the fuck? Tengu, why don't you have ammo? Oh, for fuck's
I'm out of
sake.
ammo.
Right, have you checked your backpack? Oh shit, it doesn't carry that. I fucking remember now. Right. Okay, we don't have to shoot anymore. So basically, I'd now want you to be able to move along cover. And when you move along cover, if you move along this alley, I don't expect you to move around spread out like this, and then go guy to the right of him in a line. You're basically going to move a column all the way through urban environments. So if the Grenadier squad would be able to line up on this wall next, or no, not the wall, the house, with Stitch in the front then. Right, so rifles come here and look at it. There's no enemies Kiesel, so don't worry. So basically you move along this little line here, but now you are, okay, we're in a combat environment. Where will you be looking now? You 3 guys.
I would be forward. Hopefully middle would be left, and behind should be
Tango
my
looking
rear.
to the rear. This now we have a 360 cover. Obviously the wood pile is very good, but you don't have to pull out to check around you. You just want to have the rear covered so no one comes up and shoots you in the ass. And we've been teaching this for quite a while, and the thing is, people think like, no, there's not going to be anyone in the rear until there is one guy. We've had that before, and you will notice that in Fallschwarz 1 when we took a grenade to the rear. To our rear, that was one guy who wiped out like 5 of us or 4. I don't know the exact count, but it is dangerous as fuck, and we need to cover the rear at all times and every angle. You should always trust in the guy in front of you, the guy who's in your team. Okay, don't shoot. Right, so basically just mind that if someone covers the front, do not cover the front unless in a skirmish line. Then of course everyone looks at the front. But in an urban environment, if someone covers the front, you cover another position that no one else covers. And if you're in the rear, always look to the back. So I want the rifles to move up to the other wall there in front of us with the rice bags and do a urban environment position or formation. So who would I would originally lead the rifles, but in this occasion we'll pick Struggle then. Struggle, move up to that line, that fence, the high fence, to the right side. Rifles be on him, and you cover your sectors. Right, the submachiners can move up as well. Right, so basically now we have 4 guys, and originally it would be 5 guys. There's 3 angles for the middle ones. So it's basically 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock and so on, and you split it up. Just make sure you have every angle covered. If we're in the open, of course, the first guy is to the front, second left, so it's left, right, left, right, and the rear. That's pretty self-explanatory. You see the guy in front of you, and you choose the other way. And the last man needs to cover the rear. Is I understood? Easy, right? Yeah.
No.
No or yes? Good.
Yes.
Don't
So,
call me
yes,
so, that's
sir.
fucking awkward. Right, so basically that's what we do in urban environments.
One done.
We want to... Oh, Jesus
Mom, yes,
Christ.
mom.
We always cover each other at all times. We do not move without cover. And you've seen us move with, most of the time we always have the cover from Tengu, sniping from the rear. And maybe the rifles have noticed that. They don't really face much resistance unless they're in a building. So, that's good to note. So, whenever you walk through a building like this, I don't want the first guy to look inside the window. He can slightly look to the left, but I want his gun pointed down range, because if there's someone in front of him, he's gonna get toast. He'll be toast. So if there's 4 guys, that's a perfect thing. First guy front, second guy to the window, right behind his fellow teammate, and then the guy behind him to the left or right, and then the rear, checking the rear. So basically, we need to have eyes on inside windows all times, because we missed Soviets sitting inside these buildings and shooting at us, and we had no idea, and we almost got wiped out during Fallschwarz 2. if you remember that, taking Savitsa. Okay, you don't remember. But basically just check the windows at all times. Check every possible location for an enemy. Call it out. But when you, every time you see an enemy, you yell contact where. You don't want to say contact. Because that just gives me like, oh, where the fuck is he? He could be anywhere. So always call out. Don't just scream. Just don't panic. Don't panic. Just think it out. Where is he? Is contact right? Or you can even if you're good enough, you'll be 50 meters. Or given a reference by that stone wall or anything. Just more information you can do at quick time. But you don't have to say, you know, yeah, he's got his left hand down his ball sack. You know, you don't have to say details. Just have to say a rough reference point and where he is in relation to the formation and the team you're in.
Bullet holes
Right,
in
so
the-
Grenadiers, line up on this pile of wood. Squad leader to the front, or assistant. Right, so rifles, you'd be probably to the right of this compound, engaging some larger force, or even engaging the whole building, shooting into it. Basically, just mind if you want to, if you play as a grenadier, this is what you'll be using. When you move up, you're going to move up together, covering the rear tango, as always. Most cases, you have to just keep, you don't have to point your weapon all the time to the back. You just have to have an awareness to the rear. Obviously, walking backwards isn't really good, so that's good if you can just look to the left or right. Right, so move up to the door. Stitch, you're going to bypass the door. The second man is the one who clears the building. So bypass the door. You'll stand on the left side of the door and team over with him.
Oh,
Dribble
blocking
them
me.
Oh yeah, that probably bug. Right, so Tango still covers the rear. He's now covered in every aspect of. Obviously, that window is pretty dangerous, but hopefully they won't shoot through it. Right, so he'd clear the first room. Now that both doors are open, I would not suggest throwing in a grenade, considering it might go through the walls and it might not. But in most cases, you'd have a pretty good idea of what the forces inside are. Hopefully they're not, 10 times greater. But let's say that left door is closed now. So move into the right room, clear it, shoot 2 rounds, kill 2 targets. The whole room is clear. So you say room clear and then you move to the next room.
Room clear.
And there's one target, there's a fat Russian there. Shoot him in the face. To the right, to the right! Ah! Right, took a few. Right, so now the building is clear, you call building clear. Right, so now you just get out,
Building
and then you right into the
bastards.
formation again. And now you can move up and
Join the
start,
formation.
moving forward.